how to deal with criticism and hate. So last year in 2024, we had this like family gathering, right? Family gathering at the pool, right? So all of the family is going to the pool, basically, all of my family. So I go and I actually bring my friend, right? I actually bring my friend from school, and we're having like a lot of fun. We're like going into the pool and like it's really fun, right? And my family is sitting, like my aunt and my uncle and my grandmother and all like my family are sitting on like a table, right? So we're playing at the pool. My friend and I we're messing around, right? We're having fun, and basically like a close relative, a close cousin. Basically, I know him. I've known him since I was a little kid. He comes and he sits with my family, and all my family greet him and all that. And I go and I shake his hand, and I shake his wife's hand because he's like married and things like that. I'm not gonna really go into detail, but I'm just explaining, right? And he's like staring at me, like staring at me. Like he's a big guy. He's like a big muscular guy, right? But he obviously takes steroids, right? And I'm just this kid who's been on self-improvement for like 2 years at that point. I already had my YouTube channel, and life is great, right? And I had like a good physique. I've been going to the gym for 2 years. But he looks at me, and I'm of course like I'm like wearing like my swim shorts, right? Like I'm all wet, and you can see like my whole physique, right? And when you like shake someone's hand and they're like, they don't do any reaction, they don't even give like a fake smile, right? I'm giving like a fake smile. He's giving me no reaction. I'm like, hey, how's it going? And he's giving me like no reaction. And I keep playing with my friend and just forget about it, right? And my aunt comes and she tells me, hey, let's call him Jack, right? My close relative, let's call him Jack, my close cousin, basically. He wants to talk to you, or he wants to tell you something. And I'm like, sure, right? I'm this naive kid who's been on self-improvement for 2 years, basically, right? So I go up, I grab the like big towel, I rub it all over me, get all the water out, and I put a t-shirt on, right? And I sit between my family. And I sit down, right? My friend is sitting outside, right, on his phone, and I'm sitting between my family, and I'm face to face with Jack, like my close cousin. And he basically makes fun of me. He tells me, you look very bad, your physique isn't proportionate, your physique isn't balanced, your physique looks very bad. And he keeps making fun of me in front of the whole family. Now, bear in mind, this is someone I know, right? Like one of the closest people in my life. This is someone I've known since I was a little baby, right? Like a person from my family. And he makes fun of me. He makes fun of my physique. And what really broke me was my aunt was actually sitting next to him, and she looks at me and she tells me, you see, so all the things you've been saying on your channel, you should be actually saying to yourself. And suddenly everyone in my family is mocking me and making fun of me. My uncle tells me, you're building, you're trying to build a physique to get girls, right? You're trying to build a physique to look cool in front of girls, basically making fun of me as well. And it just obliterated me. It just hurt me so deep. Like people making fun of you on the internet is one thing, your friends making fun of you is one thing, it hurts, of course. But your own family, all of them just making fun of you and laughing at you, it broke me. And I actually remember like got up, left, because everyone's just making fun of me and disrespecting me. And me and my brother and like my friend, we go out, right? We go out, we're in this like big like public area, right? And we're playing, they're trying to get me to laugh a bit and things like that, but I just can't because I was so sensitive. I couldn't handle criticism or hate, and they were making fun of me. Like my whole family was just making fun of me, so it hurt me so deeply inside. And actually I came back, like we spent the whole day there. I came back home and I couldn't sleep. And I remember sitting in my bed. Basically, I wanted to cry at this point. I just wanted to cry because, like, just imagine that, bro. Imagine your own family, all of them making fun of you in front of each other. Like, imagine the hurt that I was in, right? And I couldn't sleep. It was like 1 or 2 a.m. Got up, of course, couldn't sleep. I walked inside the house, I found my mother sitting in the balcony, and I told her the honest truth. I can't sleep because they made fun of me. And like she told me, like, I felt bad for you, I know it was a hard time. Like, she comforted me, and that experience passed basically. But it really hurt me, and from that point on I just decided that I will never let anyone in the world who hates on me or criticizes me ever affect me, right? And I developed 8 frameworks, right? And these 8 frameworks, like, they really help me and basically make it for me like impossible to worry about hate or lose any sleep about hate or criticism, because when you really understand these 8, not even frameworks, they're just truths basically, they're just the truth. When you understand the truth, you will just understand that this is normal. This is actually, like, what we're gonna talk about is this is actually supposed to happen basically, all right? So let's get into it. So number 1, and probably the biggest thing, is that hate and criticism are the number 1 sign that you are on the right path. The number 1, the lead indicator that you are on the right path is people hate you. Now, Alex Hormozy has this quote which I love, which is, the sign of success is the hate that you get along the way. People will hate you. That is the lead indicator, the number 1 indicator that you are on the right path, that you are growing, that you are becoming the best version of yourself. And if you think about it, and when you actually like read the history, you notice that basically every single successful person in the entire history of the world has been hated before, has been severely criticized and hated. The thing is, I used to think the exact opposite of this. I used to think that, if I get hate or I get criticized, the people tell me, you look terrible, or you're not good, or any type of hate, right? You're too young. I thought that meant that I was doing something wrong, but what it actually means is you are doing something right. You are on the right path. You are on the path to success. Because think about it, if everyone else were cheering you on, were telling you that what you're doing is good, what you're doing is you're doing something good, then that just means you're like everyone else, and that's not where you want to be, right? But if people hate you and criticize you, what that actually means is you triggered something in them. You made them feel terrible, basically. You made them feel disgusting. You made them feel lazy, right? So they try to stop you, or they try to. We'll get into this in when someone hates you, when someone criticizes you, it actually means that I cannot do what you're doing. You're better than me, and it's making me pissed off, basically. It's making me feel terrible because you are getting better and I'm getting worse. Right? So the first thing and the biggest thing is hate and criticism, bro, are the lead indicator that you are on. The second thing about hate is that hate will never come from above. You will never in your life meet a hater doing better than you. This is actually a quote from David Goggins, which I love, which is, you will never ever in life meet a hater doing better than you. And this actually goes in line with my story, because like when I thought about it, when I was like in my bed, like very sad, when I thought about it, like I was like, are these people, even if they are your family, even if they are your friends or whatever, when I thought about it, I was like, even if it's with your family, are these people better than me? Like, genuinely think in your mind, like, are these people better than me? And I thought about it like, no. Like, would I trade lives with them? No. Do they have something that I want? No. So why should I care what they think, basically? So always when someone like hates you or makes fun of you, it just means that they're beneath you, bro. It just means that you're on top and they're beneath you. Like, think about this, bro. Think about this. For someone to pull you down, right? You're here. For someone to pull you down, they must, right? They must be beneath you. They must be under you in order to pull you down. So in order for someone to criticize you or hate you, basically pull you down, they must be under you. They can't be above you and pull you down. It just can't work. So no one will ever hate you if they are better than you. They must be worse, even way worse than you, in order to hate you. Because if you think about it, like the people who are better than me and you, the people who are better than us, like the Alex Hormozis, the Iman Gadzis, the Hams, you know, like the people who are better than us, all the role models we look up at. The thing is, first of all, they don't have any time to hate on anyone because, you know, they're too busy grinding and getting better and improving. But second of all, is that if they actually see me and you, you know, on self-improvement, improving and getting better, right? They will encourage us because they were once in the same place we are at. They were once in the beginning. They were once, you know, like Elon Musk starting Zip2, or Jeff Bezos starting Amazon, right? Or Alex Hormozi starting his first gyms, or Hamza starting self-improvement and his YouTube channel. They were all in the same position me and you are at. So they would actually encourage us, not make fun of us. So please get this, bro. This will really help you, I promise. Is for someone to make fun of you, or for someone to hate you, or for someone to criticize you, they must, not even like sometimes, no, they must be under you. That's a law of the universe, basically. Now the third thing is understand what hate actually means, because what haters say is not actually basically at all what they think inside their minds, right? So when someone hates on you, they might say something, but what they actually think inside is something completely different, and matter of fact, it's actually the opposite of what they're saying. So I got this from ChatGPT the other day, and I found them fascinating, honestly, right? So when someone says, "You'll never make it," it actually means, I gave up on my dreams and I hate you actually chasing yours, right? So when someone tells you you'll never make it, it actually means I gave up on my dreams and I hate that you're actually chasing yours, right? When someone says, oh, I get this a lot, your content sucks, right? I always get this. It actually means, I wish I had the guts to create, but I'm scared people will laugh at me. So when someone hates on your content, it actually means that they are too scared to do it. Like they want to do it, but they're just too scared that people will laugh at them, right? Another one, you're wasting your time, go focus on school. You know, we get this a lot. Go focus on school instead. What they actually mean is, I don't believe success outside the safe path is possible, and your courage makes me insecure about my own choices. Like, it just means the exact opposite. It just means the exact opposite thing. Like when someone hates on you for taking a different path, it just means that they can't do that. It just means that they don't have the guts or the courage to do that. Another one, I get this a lot, like from my friends and things like that, is you changed, bro, right? What it actually means is you're leveling up and it makes me uncomfortable because I'm staying the same, right? So when your friends actually tell you like, hey, you've changed, bro, you're not the same, like you're too good for us now. It actually means like you're making me feel terrible because I'm staying the same and you're improving, right? Let's get another one. Who do you think you are? It actually means I don't have the confidence to believe in myself, so I can't stand watching you believe in yourself. All right, another one. You just got lucky. You just got lucky. It actually means I can't admit your hard work and consistency because then I'd have no excuse for my own failures. Right? That's just insane. Like, when people tell you you got lucky, it actually means that they can't admit your success because they, like, in their mind, they can't understand that actually you got there by your own hard work, your own consistency, and that just gives them no excuse for their own failures. That's why they actually always say, you know, success is the only revenge. It's true. Success is the best revenge and the only revenge to get on people. And another thing is that, all right, another one. You're cringe, you're arrogant, you're fake. It actually means your confidence exposes my lack of it, so labeling you is easier. Labeling you is easier than leveling up myself. So when haters, right, when haters actually criticize you or make fun of you or hate on you, what they're actually saying is, you know, why are you leveling up when I'm staying the same? Right? They're saying things like, I don't believe in myself, so I don't want you to believe in yourself either. They're saying, if you succeed, I will have no excuse for being angry. So haters actually wish they had your courage. They're actually saying, you know, things like, stop, like you're making me feel uncomfortable. You're making me feel terrible. So I hate it when you improve, right? Because you make me feel terrible and small. That's what haters actually mean by hating you, basically. So what I'm trying to get across here is, and this is really what I needed to hear, right? Because this was the biggest problem I had, is I always thought that hate was all about me, right? When someone hates me, it's all about me, right? It's all about, you know, I suck, I'm not that good, you know, I'm just a little kid, I'm this, I'm that, right? But the God's honest truth, like the truth of the universe, is that hate is never ever about you. It is always about the hater or the person hating. It is never about you. Never ever. It's always about the hater and his laziness and his shortcomings, basically. It's all about him. And that's why haters hate. Haters hate because they see that you are improving and they basically can't do what you're doing, so all they can do is hate. But that actually, matter of fact, that won't even stop you unless you let it, basically, which you won't. All right. So the fourth thing is, and this is something I absolutely love, honestly, like, haters actually push you forward. They actually make you better. I'll give you like an example here, or like a story. Like, when someone comments a hate video on my video, which happens a lot, by the way, like I get a lot of hate, like I get a lot of hate on my videos. When someone comments a hate comment on my video, what they don't realize is that all they're doing is they're boosting my video, they're boosting the algorithm, they're giving me more views, more subscribers, they're making my channel have a bigger boost from the algorithm, basically, because the algorithm, like the YouTube algorithm, it doesn't care at all what attention you're getting. It doesn't care if it's negative or positive. It's just, if it's just attention, the algorithm will push it even more. It doesn't care if it's a good or it's a positive or a negative video, right? So haters, like when I see a hate comment, I just laugh, because like all you're doing is you're growing my channel even more, right? You're actually making me better, and you're giving me more attention, and you're giving me more views and more subs from the algorithm, basically. So while haters may think that, you know, they're pulling you down, what they're actually doing is they're actually pushing you forward. When they think they're pulling you down, they're pushing you upward and forward. And this is especially true if you're a content creator. I'll give you another example. I don't know if you remember this, but remember when Andrew Tate first came out? When Andrew Tate first came out, when he was saying like outrageous things, everyone was hating on him. Even me, I was hating on him. Like we were all hating on him basically. Like, what the hell is he saying? He's saying like crazy things, and everyone was coming out, you know, reacting to Andrew Tate and just like swearing at him and cursing at him, and he like saying he's like this and that, misogynistic and whatever. But what actually happened is that all that hate, all that criticism, all that, you know, Andrew Tate's misogynistic, Andrew Tate's this, Andrew Tate's that, all that just made him more and more popular, and that just kept growing and growing and growing and growing his brand until he basically became like the most influential man on the entire planet basically, right? So especially if you're a content creator, bro, this is a really good thing. Like, look at hate comments. Like, this is what I personally do, because I always used to like worry about hate comments, like people don't like my video, things like that. No. I now look at hate comments as this person, all they're doing is they're boosting the algorithm and they're making my video, basically making more people see my video basically, right? So that's the fourth thing. The fifth thing is using hate as fuel. I'll tell you a story, bro, and this actually happened like a couple of weeks ago, right? So very early. Basically, I was sitting with a close relative, and this is like a different person, and basically, I won't go into too much detail, but basically what he was saying is like, you'll never make it, you'll never be this or that, because he knew about my YouTube channel. He was like, you'll never make it, you know, you have to focus on school, you have to focus on this, on that. And honestly, it fucked with me a bit. Like it just made me mad and just pissed off, right? It just made me really mad, and I just got really mad. And I remember when I came back, I just went into my room, locked myself, and I don't know why, I just had all this anger and frustration. Like, how dare you tell me I can't make it, man? And I just kept shadowboxing, right? I swear to God I did this. I kept shadowboxing in front of the air for an entire hour. An entire hour, I just kept shadowboxing, kept hitting the air, right? And I felt really good after that, because I just let out all the anger. But that's an example, like that actually, that's a true story. That's an example of using hate as fuel. And this is especially true if you're like, you have all this like aggression, and like hate just pisses you off and it makes you like mad. Like, how dare you say that to me, man? Use that hate as fuel for your self-improvement, dude. Like, I can tell you, man, how many times I would get hated on, or people would make fun of me at school, like many times, and I would just come back, you know, just really angry, really mad, and I would just hit a workout, hit the best workout of my life, right? Because I have all this energy, right? Or I would use all that energy in my videos, right? Use all that aggressive energy in my videos, or use all that energy in meditation and journaling to, you know, calm my mind down. Or use it to read for like 5 hours straight. Like, I'm gonna show you who I am, right? And this is what like Muhammad Ali and all like the UFC fighters all do. Like, they always use that energy in their training, right? Even bodybuilders do this as well. I heard this on a podcast the other day, but like, I didn't know this, but David Goggins, right? David Goggins, the toughest man on the planet. What he does is he runs like minimum 12 miles every single day at the early morning, right? And what he does is he literally said this multiple times in podcasts, is that he pulls up the hate comments on his videos, and he says them to himself, right? He tape records them and then listens to them while he's running every single day. Like, I know that's like literally like psychopathic, right? Like, listening to your own hate comments with your own voice every single day while running. But that's an example of using hate as fuel, because think about it, like, hate and criticism, it's all just energy. It's all just energy. And you choose where to direct that energy. You direct it in your mind, it will just like, it will mess with you and it will just make you sad and depressed and things like that. But if you use that energy physically, like shadowboxing, like I did, or you know, we use it to hit a hard workout, or use it to focus on your goals, right? That hate will disappear and you will feel amazing afterwards, right? So using hate as fuel is something that also really helps me get just hate just out of my system, right? All right, number 6. This one's like funny as hell, honestly, and I do this sometimes, I'm gonna be honest. Is just imagine what haters look like. Genuinely, like, I know this is really weird, but just imagine what haters look like, right? You know, like the app Reddit, right, which is like full of people hating on everyone. Everyone's just hating on this, on that, on everything, right? Everyone's hating on everyone. Just imagine what these guys, like, you know how those guys look, bro? You know how those guys like literally look? They're obese guys, like with like very bad facial hair, who just look disgusting. You know, they jack off every day, they eat like terrible food. You know, they're addicted to video games, they stink, they smell really bad. Like, they have very low testosterone, they don't even brush their teeth, that's how disgusting they are. Slouching on their keyboard, typing some hate comment. Those are your haters, bro. Like, just think about it, those are your haters. People who stink, literally stink, who no one wants to be even close to. Those are your haters, bro. Let's be honest, bro, like, because I know, like, me and you were like strong men, right? If this was a different time, you would literally be like a massive like gladiator, right? Just imagine you would be like a gladiator with the biggest like battle axe, with the biggest sword, dominating all these little children or these little like Reddit, I don't even know what these guys are called, like Reddit NPCs or Reddit subs or whatever. You would dominate them all. You would literally kill anyone of these little children who looked at you the wrong way. You would literally kill them. But now we're in a new time. So literally torture and dominate these little kids with your success. Number 6, and this is a big one, and I use this a lot, and I love this. This will really help you, right? Is when haters hate you, they don't hate you, they hate their perception of you. Now let me just explain this. This is really good. Like, this really helped me. I'll try to give you like an example. Like, for example, if someone hates on like a short of mine, right? Like, if someone hates on a short that I did, whatever, and this happens a lot, like people write hate comments on my shorts, but I don't care. But if he tells me like, oh, this information is misleading, or you don't even have a good physique, or you're just a kid, or whatever, or he hates on even like the way I speak or whatever, that person's perception of me, what he saw of me, the only thing that he saw of me was 15 seconds, right? If someone hates on my short, his perception of me, what he saw of me, is barely 30 seconds of me, of Kevin, right? I'm trying just to explain this. So when a stranger hates you or judges you, or they make fun of you on anything, they don't hate you, they hate a very small perception of you. It's just a perception in their mind of you, right? Because you are the only person who knows you 100%. You are the only person who knows you 100%. Maybe your family know you like 70%, which are like the closest people to you. Maybe your friends know you like 20%. But a hater, he just knows like 15 or 30 seconds of you. He just knows this little tiny perception of you. when you were actually all this. There's this quote I love from Tom Holland, which is, if you have a problem with me, text me, and if you don't have my number, you don't know me well enough to have a problem with me, right? So, like, for people to hate you, they must hate the full perception of you, but that's literally impossible because you're the only one who knows you perfectly. You're the only one who knows the full perception of you. It's kind of like the old dichotomy of, when everyone hates like the villain. You know, like when the Joker came out and everyone was like hating on the Joker, but when Batman, right? Batman and the Joker, everyone was hating on Joker, right? Everyone was hating on Joker. But when we saw the movie, the Joker, the Joker movie, and you actually saw like just a little bit more perception about this villain, just a little bit of this villain story, everyone then loved the Joker. Everyone then loved, watching that movie. That's kind of like how it is. Like, people only hate a very small perception of you. They only hate 30 seconds of you, not you fully, basically. Carl Jung, who's basically the godfather of psychology, he's like the father of psychology, a Swiss psychologist. He said this quote, which is, we wear different masks with different people. So with your friends you are someone, with your family you are someone, on camera I am someone, or you are someone different, right? With yourself, that's the only time you are 100% you, with yourself. But you wear different masks with different people. You wear a different mask with John than with Mark, than with, this girl that you just met. You always wear different masks, and that's just how we are as humans. So when people hate you, they hate the perception of you. They hate that mask that you're wearing, but they don't hate you, basically. Right, bro, number 7. And I'm honestly, I'm really proud of you for watching all this. Like, you've been watching 35 minutes of me literally ramble on, right? But this is number 7, and this is the biggest one. And honestly, this is the biggest thing that always just makes it impossible for me to just worry about hate or criticism, right? Which is, it doesn't matter, because you are the only one who has the guts to go to work and show up every single day. The Rock has this amazing quote, right, which I absolutely love, which is probably one of my favorite quotes of all time, which is, let them all talk shit, let them all make their noise, because at the end of the day, you are the only one who has the guts, right? We have the guts to go to work and show up every single day, day in and day out, putting in the work. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because you're still gonna go to work. So basically, you can forget everything I just said and just get this, is that it doesn't matter if they hate or say whatever, right? Because at the end of the day, who's gonna work out? Who is gonna meditate? Who's gonna journal? Who's gonna, go to work? Who's gonna read the books? It's you. It's you, bro. You're the only one who has the guts to go to work every single day. Every single day. So it doesn't matter what any idiot says. If you got nothing from this video, get this. It doesn't matter if they hate. It doesn't matter if they make fun of you. It doesn't matter if they say whatever. Because at the end of the day, you are the only one who has the guts to go to work and show up every single day. Putting in the work every single day, the discipline, the consistency, the hard work, the guts, right? The courage to go to work every single day. You're the only one who does that. So it doesn't matter what anyone says. So those are my 7 frameworks to basically make it impossible for hate or criticism to ever affect me. And they're just truth. They're just the truth, right? But I'll give you a bonus 8th tip, right? And this is something I got from Alex Hormozi, which I absolutely love, which is, think about your death, right? Think about your death. And I know we've got into a really dark, panel. Think about your death and your funeral. Will any one hater show up to that funeral? No. So basically, why should I care about what someone says? Because you're gonna die, and you're not gonna matter to the hater, and I'm gonna die and I'm not gonna matter at all, right? So why should I care about what a hater thinks about me when he's not even gonna show up to my funeral, right? It just puts everything into perspective, right? So it doesn't matter. Hate and criticism doesn't matter at all. And if you found this video helpful, like if you found just one of these frameworks helpful, use it. They will really, really help you. And as always, we're in this together and we will make it.